So we're going to clean out these burettes here. So what Jen's going to do is she's going to fill this with water. Just sort of swash it around there a little bit. Not put too much, that'll do. Yeah, that's fine. And then she's going to empty the water into her waste there. And now she's going to fill it, after she's gotten the water out there, she's going to fill it with oxalic acid, but she's only going to put a small amount in first just to sort of rinse it out. And she's going to do that twice. Alright, so notice what she's doing here. She's taking it off here and doing it. There we go, that's perfect, that's great. Okay, so empty that a little bit. Good. And then she's going to put a little bit more oxalic acid in.
But at the different concentration. Well, but if you look at these, it shows you how much.
Not too much, that's good.
That's what she's doing.
And now that she's rinsed it out, now she's going to put oxalic acid into the burette. Now you don't have to fill it all the way to the top. In fact, I would fill it to below where the funnel is, because it starts to act funny once it gets close to that funnel.
Oh, okay. I'll go grab one.
And sort of anywhere up there is fine. Alright, that's good. Right, I want to see what this looks like, and I'll show you the measurement here. Alright, it's between 4 and 5. It looks like it's on about the 6th graduation, so I call that 4.60. So these are measured to 2 decimal places. Alright, so in the first trial you're going to need 5 mils of oxalate, 6 mils of water, and 1 mil of permanganate. So what I'm going to get you to do is put the oxalate and the oxalic acid and the water into a test tube, please. So 6 mils and 5 mils. You'll notice that when you add up all the volumes in all the trials, they come up to 12. That keeps us a constant volume. Would you mind lifting that up a bit, please? There we go. And Jen, you'll have to do that for the permanganate as well, and the water. Alright, cool. You'll notice the way this is set up is we've got the oxalic acid and the permanganate on the same burette stand. You're never going to mix those up. One's pink. The other one, it has the water on it, and that you could mix up with the oxalic acid. Alright, so go ahead and stick your 6 mils in. And when she's measuring that, she's going to take note of the fact that usually it's good to start on the line, but if not, then you're just going to run 6 mils in. You don't have to start at 0, but I think it's good to start on a line. Have you got a stirring rod as well, Jen? Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and add 5 mils of water to that. Again, good to start on a line. And she's just running 5 mils of water into that same test tube. Okay. Now she's putting a stirring rod in there because we're going to need to stir this around a bit, so she's stirring it around with the water and the oxalic acid. You go ahead and leave the stirring rod in there when you add your 1 mil of permanganate. Now if possible, and we didn't have one, but it's good to have a burette with white writing on it with the permanganate, because it turns up a lot nicer. But if we don't have that, we're just going to deal with the one we've got. So just do your best, Cassidy, to go ahead and add 1 mil of permanganate to that. Okay, just going to give it a bit of a stir around. You started the timer. Right, it's good to start the timer as soon as you add the permanganate. Did you all get that? Start the timer as soon as you add the permanganate, then stir it around. Once you've got it homogeneous, which you have now, you can stop stirring it. You can leave it in there. But I'm just going to ask you to just hold on to that. I'm going to zoom in on it. And we're going to watch for the colour change here. Now initially, as you can see, the permanganate is purple, and we're going to watch it as it changes colour. Can you bring it forward a little bit, please, Cassidy? I'll a little bit closer. There we go. All right. Okay. And Jen is timing this with her stopwatch as we speak. And what's going to happen is this permanganate is actually the limiting reagent here in this reaction. It's purple, and we're going to measure the time it takes for that permanganate to disappear. That's going to give us the rate of our reaction. The purple colour is going to disappear, and it's going to become kind of like an orangish, like beer colour, and then you'll begin to see a yellowish tinge form, and then you'll begin to see some bubbles form. The bubbles are CO2, which is part of this reaction as well. If you look at it right now, it does look as though it is lightening up a little bit, sort of turning more to a red wineish colour. Or am I crazy? I might be crazy. It's possible. I can't rule it out. Anyway, maybe it's just wishful thinking. So we're just going to wait on that. I'm going to keep on filming. I'm not going to do any tricks here. Is your arm getting sore, Cassidy?
It's okay.
It's alright.
Arms, yeah.
Okay. Shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah, so in summary, the best thing to do is make the water and the oxalic acid first, then add the permanganate, start the timer as the permanganate gets added, stir it around, make it homogeneous, and just wait for the colour change. I think it is getting lighter now.
Me too. Yeah, it's changing colour.
Yeah, so it's sort of more like a brownish colour now almost. The important thing is to make sure that you do all your reactions the same way, consistently, stopping at the same time, in the same location. Yeah, that is definitely much lighter than it was now. You have to hold up a little bit more. There we go. Now you should begin to see bubbles pretty soon.
Yeah, you can see.
You can see the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, now we've gotten bubbles. That's where I would stop it. Once it sort of turns that yellowish colour and you see lots of bubbles, I'd stop it there. There we go. Okay, leave it in there, leave it in the shot for a little bit. Yep, and that's pretty much where it stops. So when it turns that yellowish colour and you get bubbles, that's where you stop it.